Congratulations. If you are thinking about rebranding, this can be such an exciting opportunity to improve, upgrade, elevate your brand. And in this video, I'm going to share 4 steps that you're going to take through this process so that you get the most benefit possible from rebranding. My name is Kaye Putnam. I'm the psychology-driven brand strategist. Thanks so much for being here. If you're new, welcome. Hit that subscribe button if you want to get more tips, insights, and techniques to grow your brand, attract more of your ideal clients, and to do that from the psychology-driven level. I like to say build your brand on truth, not trends, so that it stands the test of time and that you're not victim to algorithms or whatever new social media platform comes out. You have a strong core message in your brand. And if you've been here with me for a while, thanks for being in my orbit. I appreciate you endlessly. And let's get into the 4 steps for a rebranding process that you're going to make sure that you do to get the most benefit. First one is to completely detach from your current business and spend some time visioning what you want to come into fruition. So often when we're running businesses, we get so caught up in how it is, the truth or the reality of what's in front of us, that it can be hard to disconnect or imagine something that's not just an incremental change. And it's so important to give yourself that space to make sure that you're building something that you are excited about, that you are ready for, not just making a little tweak or a little change and hoping that that was going to solve all of your problems. If you're here in this place where you're ready to rebrand, it's such an incredible opportunity to go deep, to figure out where you want to take this business. And if you pass up that opportunity, I think you'll be sorry in the long run. So take that time, give yourself some space to journal it out, to work with a brand strategist, to figure out what this next version, this next vision of your brand is going to be. So now on to step number 2. Once you have clarity on where you want to go, it's time to take audit or assessment of what you currently have that can help you get where you want to go. And then at the same time, what needs to change? Chances are, if you're like many of my clients, you don't have to completely obliterate everything. It's not a matter of like tearing down the castle to build a completely new castle. Often, we can make strategic changes where maybe the whole face of the business looks a little bit different, but there's still things in the background, like in the operational side of the business, that's remaining constant. Or maybe we can figure out a journeying process for your audience to come along with you through this change. So you're not starting your audience from zero, you're just inviting them to come along with you on the transition. I know how tempting it can be to just be like, screw this. We're starting completely over. I want to completely demolish all of the complexity and all of the stuff that's in my business right now. And that is valid to a point. You can do that. But chances are, even if you are starting from scratch, there's going to be elements of the work that you've done in the past that is going to give you an advantage in this new brand. So let's take the time to actually stop and figure out what those are and to be strategic about what assets are going to carry on and live on and which ones need the upgrade. Step number 3, depending on your answer from step number 2, is going to be to inform and get your audience excited about the change. I have seen clients who rebrand or pivot directions like once a year, and their audience continues to grow. They continue to get more successful because chances are your people in your audience have been growing and evolving at the same time. They're excited. They're ready for you to step into your truth more fully. They're excited to experience and to witness that transformation and growth. Sure, there's going to be some people that just aren't ready to come along for the ride. They're not ready to evolve. They don't want to go in the new direction. That's okay. But at least take the time to communicate and to get the ones who are excited on board with the change and allow them to take part in the journey with you. So share some of the things that you're developing behind the scenes so that they feel like they're a part of the evolution. And then the last step of the rebranding process is to draw a line in the sand. I think this is the least overwhelming way to look at a rebrand. It's like everything from this date forward is going to be in my new brand's shoes, voice, everything. You might, because of step number 3, if you're taking your audience along for the whole ride, you might have formerly known as, say you change your business name and you don't want there to be any confusion. You want to preserve some of that equity. So you'll have a nod back to your previous brand name somewhere on some graphics or those kinds of things. That would be the only exception. Everything else moving forward should be with the new brand, embodying the new brand in your graphics and in your voice and your messaging, all of those things. And then give yourself the grace that everything that you've created in the past can potentially still continue to live online. You can leave things in the old brand, but just everything moving forward from this point is going to be evolved. Now, some people will decide to take down some things if they're not serving a strategic purpose anymore. But if you have assets that are serving people and that aren't interfering with your new message, why not leave them up, right? Just explain to people and upgrade every touch point that is current and being used in your brand at that point, in that line in the sand that you draw. And then congratulations, you have successfully rebranded your business. I'm so excited for you to go on this transition. I am so incredibly inspired by entrepreneurs who continue to evolve, who continue to change, who continue to step into the next highest level of themselves and of the way that they're serving the world. So you are doing important work. I know that this is a big transition. If you do want support in this transition, I have a few different things that may be extremely valuable for you. On one hand, I have my brand incubation program. It's called Brand New Brand. It walks you through every step of this visioning and then deciding what the new expression is and how you're going to be showing up in the world. Brand New Brand is great if you operate well in that introspective space, you're self-motivated and you can follow a process. For more advanced entrepreneurs, typically who are high or mid to high 6 figures into 7-figure businesses, I do work with clients one-on-one on a retainer basis where we develop this entire rebrand and upgrade and elevation of your brand together. And if that's you, if you're resonating with what I'm saying and with who I am and how I show up, I would be honored to help you in your rebranding process. You can check out those links below in the description. And best wishes. Like I said, I'm so excited for you. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next video.